So the first subject that I had was neglect of duty. And this is go to work. You're an educator, you're hired for a 9-month job. You can be dismissed for excessive or unreasonable absences unless you are legally disabled. So your board policy must define excessive absences. Check your district policy. I checked ours. It's policy 403 under misconduct. It's fairly cut and dry. So I'm going to kind of go past misconduct, cruise through that because it was the most clear of my 3 topics. So incompetence is a really interesting topic to me because schools need to be very careful how they approve a teacher is bad. And you don't hear about this a lot because it's generally one of the most difficult cases to document. And so proving that a teacher is incompetent requires that the school has more than one documented incident of a poor lesson and very poor teaching. So one thing that the school board can do, and it might even hold the school board back, is that incompetence is often a remediable offense, meaning that when you're trying to prove a teacher is incompetent and there's a bad teacher in your building, it's something they can work on, which is understandable. Administration can work with the teacher to either become better or to find a different career path. And finally, so immoral conduct is set by the Board of Education, and there was the most case law around this topic than my other 2, and they all focused on how is a teacher immoral. How are the actions immoral? And this Youngman versus Doloroff, the teacher hugged and kissed a student on the neck unsolicited, and the teacher was fighting their dismissal not necessarily due to what they did, but the process. And the teacher was saying, I've only done this one time. This did not negatively affect my ability to teach or the school's operation. So you can't dismiss me for that. And that kind of leads us into the Nexus Principle. That's a principle that all the cases followed through the late 80s, 90s, and today. And that's why I have these terrible font down here. It says knowledge and intention. And all of the cases look at the actions that the teacher was doing. Did the teacher know that the conduct was immoral, was inappropriate, and what was the intention of the conduct? Was the intention of the conduct as a professional teacher, or was the intention some very mischievous, immoral act?